Hey, welcome back, guys. It's Pharaoh doing episode 4 of the Zero to Hero guide for Etheria Restart. So today we're going to start with this little thing up here in the top right corner. So I play my Etheria Restart on iPhone typically. I just play on the computer for recording purposes usually. Um, I was on my iPhone, got busy with whatever, got out of Etheria Restart and then just, eventually went to bed yesterday, I guess. So I'm opening it back up here over 12 hours later. And as you can see, we've got this thing in the top right corner here. Whoops, I don't think we have anything there. But we have this in the top right corner. So one great thing about this game is it will keep auto battling even when you are not like you can completely close the app. The game will still run the auto battles for you. So we're gonna open this up and see what happened. Okay, Fabian Nightmare, 8 wins, 0 losses, awesome. I'm still farming some black flags. I think I'll probably farm 3 and then put them on some stuff and try to push into Nico Nana and some other things. Get some mythical or mythic shells. But yeah, just thought I would show that off. So for anyone that didn't know, that is a thing in the game there. That those auto battles will continue no matter what. Unlike most other typical gacha games of this variety. Also, this Animus reconfigure. So I think it's awesome they brought this back. I hope they do it every week for the first month, like first 4 weeks. This is great for people that started a week later. Anyone that is a little more casual, it gives people time to reset their Lian so that they can get those perfect lattices back and in case you missed the first one. But what I will say, for me, I was able to get that done with the first one with like 5 hours left or 4 hours left. But for this one, I'm looking more at doing something else, like maybe undoing Sonya. Even I've been considering because they give you Ling Luo for free, and then I guess if they were gonna nerf Dit, I really hope they don't nerf Ditting ever. I really hope he doesn't get nerfed. But yeah, so for me, like Sonya, I feel like would be a good one because I can kind of just build Ling Luo, and I feel like that would be just an upgrade. And I've already got Freya for a green support anyway, so if if there's a place where I wouldn't want to bring Ling Luo into, I would imagine I wouldn't need Sonya anyway. Hopefully Freya would be able to pick that up anyway, or it's something that I could crowd control, stuff like that. And yeah, Sonya is easier to build because you can get the evolution lattices, the purple lattices, a lot easier. Then you can get the perfect lattices or the yellow ones. But I have other places to put them, like Ditting, Gray, are good SSRs to throw them into. We'll go over some SSRs here in a moment. I might do a separate video with SSRs and SRs all together. And then there's really only one rare that I would consider building in a serious manner. So we could throw her in there too. But I might do a tier list. So we'll see. So we'll skip that. Okay, lovely. Got all these things. Oh, we got some lattice fragments too. That's awesome. Also, something I want to throw out there. In this Harmony bundle from the Jada event, you can actually get more summons. So you can throw 800 here for 10 summons. I would 100% recommend doing it personally. I don't know why you wouldn't do it. I wouldn't understand the counter argument to not getting it, but if you didn't want to, I guess you don't have to, but for, I think, the majority of players, you will. It's just like the weekly one. Every week it resets. You can throw 800 crystals in here for 10. It's a 200 crystal discount. What are these things called exactly? Hydra crystals, yeah. So yeah, that's there. If you guys didn't know, I want to pick that up today. And then I'm at 995 points. So I picked up the red shadow print. And I will also pick up the evolution lattice. I have 6 in the inventory, but I will definitely need more. 100% will need more. And yeah, there's going to be some spots in the game here where you're going to end up wanting to build SSRs, but you will instead need to build SRs that fill a similar role because you can actually put the skill ups into them. So Ditting's just about done. I think I just had to farm up a little more of these. Yeah, I just have to go in and farm some of this stuff up. Also, I don't know if I showed this on camera, but you can come into here, click on this, and then in this, so some people are going to have these prowess supply packs, so everyone will. I would imagine spenders will have more just as something that gets thrown into their packs they're buying or whatever. But you can go into this disorder ether crystal craft here. And you can go ahead and take the small ones to medium ones, and you can take the medium ones to advanced ones, or advanced ones. So just so you guys know, you can do that. You can farm the lower stages earlier on when you can't farm the higher ones. You don't have good enough heroes or whatever, or animus, or you don't have the modules or the shells, or and you can actually just farm the middle two and then craft them all the way up to these. And that's how you can get through your first skill ups. That's what I did with Ditting's third skill. It'll probably be a little similar here. I think I can farm a higher stage now anyway, but I'll still end up crafting stuff up to here. And then I'll finish Ditting up, and that'll be skill 2 and 3. At this point, I don't think that I need to make this... I don't think that I have to increase this. Maybe 1 level would be okay, because then I'm getting extra 20% damage, but at the same time, I don't know that that's really that necessary. I think I can probably just do the second and third skill, because I'd really like to start throwing some stuff into gray. What you'll find is that even if you have a unit like let's say you have a Rosa, yeah, you're getting the crit buff there, but then you're not getting the decreased defense, or you have something like a Dinah. I can show her physically. Yep. So let's say you have this one, or you have this one. So she brings the decreased defense. She can land vulnerable as well if she's hitting into someone that has a decreased defense. And it hits 2 or 3 times, I think, or 4 times. Hits 4 times, so pretty likely to get both debuffs, or at least the decreased defense. So she's outstanding for helping your damage dealers to deal damage, but she doesn't bring that crit buff. So Gray is one of those great connecting pieces where he has a little bit of damage himself, or at least a respectable amount for what I think would be considered a sub DPS with buffing and debuffing capabilities. But yeah, so he's got the crit rate, he's got the defense down, and it's actually on a 3-turn cooldown when you get these skills up, which actually turns it into a 2-turn cooldown. He can get this up literally constantly if you get this second and third skill up here, because what'll happen is it'll be the crit rate buff, and then he'll get an extra turn into the defense down, and then that'll be the end of that. He'll have to go through the whole attack bar again. He'll do his first skill, and then that second run through only 2 runs or 2 turns into the battle, theoretically, even though it's more, he's already back to increasing crit rate and breaking defense again, and it's just constant. So I think he is definitely worth a look if you guys were like, well, I don't know, he's all right, he fills a good role, but I feel like I have other things. Like, he is an SR, he fills a great role for a lot of areas of the game, so I wouldn't throw him away just yet if you guys were like, well, I got this or I got that or whatever, because this is an unbelievable engine for your team to have this crit rate buff up constantly and the decrease down constantly. And because this is hitting every theoretical second time that he gets a turn, which it's not exactly that because it's an extra turn off of this into this, but yeah, it's a very consistent decreased defense. If you missed it the first time, you're probably hitting it the second time. It does actually go up to a full 100% chance to inflict defense down, so extremely reliable there. So I think he's pretty good. I think a lot of people are pretty high on him anyway. They're not really throwing him down or whatever, but I know some people are. They're a little bit like, well, he doesn't do enough damage, he doesn't do this, he doesn't do that, I can get this elsewhere, but he is definitely solid. Another SSR would be Sonya. Flat out, she's just outstanding. She does have the revive too, which is pretty huge. But if you can build a tanky enough team, like I've got a Freya that brings an increased defense buff, and she does some other things with healing in some capacity. She puts a debuff on that when you hit the enemy, you heal if they have this nightmare on. But Sonya's outstanding. She's great, but I feel like Ling Luo, I can just run without skill ups anyway, and she will be performing extremely well. So what her skills look like is a full team heal with immunity, and then it increases the time for a buff, I think. Or is that on the skill? Oh, okay, here. Yeah, so every 3 turns, she will be extending all ally buffs by 1 turn. And she heals again. 2 AoE heals. And she's extending buffs, she's putting immunity on, increasing the heal based on how many buffs your team has. The first skill heals as well, and gives a heal over time, which is Whale Prayer here. And has a chance to purify debuffs as well. She's just doing so much, and she doesn't need skill ups to do it effectively. So I think Ling Luo might be the way to go over Sonya. That's why I'm considering resetting her. But yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there. But Sonya is outstanding. She is still going to be better than Ling Luo in a couple of areas, but I think that I can just get through with Freya, or some, variation of crowd control supporting, or just blasting through with damage. So yeah, other good ones. Rin, I don't see anyone talking about her, but she actually brings an increased defense and a shield for your whole team. And she does an attack taunt and a taunt, and another taunt here, which actually does land in Teramaton. She's actually good for Teramaton, legitimately good. So if you didn't get Holden, you didn't go for him, she's a good one to throw in here, because she does have the decreased attack and the taunt and the buffing, and so she's pretty good. Valerian here might fill that role a little better if you do end up pulling Valerian, or you spend the $1 or more to get her. She gives your team buffs, gives your team shielding, heal over time, invincibility, first skill sleep. She's one of maybe the best support in the game right now. You can put her in literally any team, PvE, PvP, literally she's everywhere. I need to build mine, but she's definitely a great place to throw some of your evolution lattices as well, especially this skill you want maxed, because it changes the way that she plays. It makes her, she's already a great unit, but this takes her to the next level, maxing this out. Kazuyo the Reverie, outstanding for Doki Doki and for PvP in general. Kachi's a good one for buffing defense, immunity, brings a speed down and a crit rate down. Fangus can do dots and speed slow, more dots. Fangus actually can do some damage as well. And then his passive here, if he is able to take action after an ally casts a damage skill, he has a chance to assist. So if you max this out, it's a 50% chance for him to join up with the attack. So Fangus, you don't need Shadow Sonya to make him work. He is actually legitimately a good unit on his own. Viper's pretty good as well. I just have Holden, and I have I have Holden and I have Heinrich, so I don't know if I end up building Viper. I might still build him anyway. He's got the buff strip with decreased attack and decreased speed, so it's pretty good. Kraken's great for Doki Doki, just like Kazuyo. A lot of people are high on Chiaki the Echo, increasing turn meter, attack up, more attack up, purifying a debuff from the ally with the most debuffs, so she does some support as well. And then Victor, I think, can still deal some damage. He got kind of quote-unquote nerfed because they changed the way the bosses work, but he probably still will do okay for some people. Didding is just better. But yeah, that's just trying to throw some of those out there for you guys to help fill some roles. Because, again, we will get a lot more SR lattices than we will the SSR lattices, at least early on here. So good to have some of those in your back pocket, ready to go, or something to just keep in mind for later on. So, yep, thought I'd throw that in there. So we can just go through and claim this stuff, I think. I was going to talk a little bit about where I'm at in the Hyperlink Charter. And if you guys have not finished the Hyperlink Charter for Lian yet, 100% finish it. Animus Fate, the first one here, you need to use her to defeat Teramaton 2, or Nightmare 2 Teramaton. And then she needs to farm Fabian hard 10 times or higher, and she needs to be used to defeat Nightmare Fabian 1 time. This might be something you have to roll 4 or 5 times on Nightmare to get her through. But this is really just about getting her through. You just want to be able to get her through, get this stuff done, and get her reset. Because then you can get the lattices back and throw them into a SSR that's more deserving of them. She got affected by some of the changes to Teramaton. Her skills, her turn back, or her turn meter like reduction on things got nerfed in a way. So yeah, she's actually worse than she was before. And people were already saying that she isn't worth the lattices anyway, so there's that. But yeah, as you can see here, you don't need her anymore in Animus Fate 2, so yeah, definitely finish these up. If you're newer here, in the next couple days, really push for that. It's something that you can realistically get done in 4 days, I think, is a reasonable thing to say. And the event has 5 days? 4 days, so yeah, 4 days left on the event, so... and that's like 4 days from starting a new account. You should be able to get that stuff done, so definitely put in that work, get that done, and get her reset, for sure. Okay, wonder if there's anything. I guess we had a reward there. Okay, yep, great. Arena Realm, make sure you're doing this every day. I would try to line this up with the I would try to line this up with your hyperlink charter if you can. I might not be able to. I can try to get to level 38 today, but in here you have these arena trials, so I have to get to level 38. But these here earn 600 Etheria currency. I don't know if this is based on the arena rank you're in. For me, I was getting 110 points every win I got. Yeah, for me it took 6 battles to do this, and you get 5 battles a day. So it'll get spread out a little bit, but try to make those line up with this specific trial if you can, so you can just get through it faster, get the rewards faster. And then some of the other stuff in here, you're probably just going to end up doing anyway. Once you get to this point where you're like equip 3 Animus with epic modules, defeat Nightmare 1 Doki Doki, this is where you're starting to look at getting different teams together anyway. This is something I should be able to get done now. Literally, I should be able to do this like right now. I would have a hard time believing I don't beat Whitney on hard. So we can try here, and then I think after that we'll probably call it a video. Honestly, I have not been looking at the mechanics for these things at all. I just throw whatever in and call it a day. Yeah, we can try Mio first. I might throw Sonya in just because it's more healing, more survivability, and then just waiting for Ditting to finish the enemies. Also, as you can see on that bottom bar below, my turn meter is totally out of whack. Gray should have gone before Ditting, gotten that decreased defense out on everyone, and the crit buff up on Ditting, so he can deal more damage and, just deal more damage. I mean, he's getting more crit rate, which can get turned into crit damage, and he's hitting into a defense break, and so yeah, it looks like Ditting. I mean, Ditting's an animal. This dude is absolutely out of this world. If you have not pulled a Ditting, I guess I would hope that you've pulled a Messiah, because other than Ditting, Victor got like soft nerfed. His kit I don't think was touched, but the bosses he worked for were tweaked. But maybe Victor can work again in some places. I would look into that before you invest into him. I have seen a little bit of things here and there, but it's pretty much the Ditting show. Everyone loves this guy. Just absolutely slays things off the map. So yeah, at this point, at this current point, 100% he is worth the investment. He did die there, but I think I might have enough survivability here with Freya that it's okay. That or I'd have to pull Mio out and throw in Sonya, and then there would be no problem anyway. Okay, so she does that. I think I've shown this before, but you can pause and then hit restart and then leave the battle that way, and then you don't lose any of your stamina. Just exit battle, no stamina lost. So Yeah, anyway, I'll work on that. That shouldn't be hard. I'll probably just put Sonya in or Ling Luo, and 100% I'm through hard. So anyway, yeah. Once you get to this point where you're getting stuck on some of these, it's a good idea to just push as far as you can in shells. Get the shells you need to get Black Flag. Doing GP outpost to get the prowess up on your different units and get the extra stats is good. I mean, attack, 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 attack. All attack there. I would imagine that the supports are a little different here. Or was that just skill 1 I looked at? Okay, that was just skill 1. Let's do Sonya, because she's also an SSR at skill 1. Okay, so it's attack for her as well. The SSRs, I wonder if they're the same. Yep, so it's all the same then. The S1s are all the same on everything, I would guess. The S2s are the same too, yep. You get defense here, Didding, get defense here, yep. So always a good idea to go through and at least get the first 5. You don't have to put any skill ups into this stuff, but just the first 5 for extra basic stats, and then HP should be on skill 3. So that's a big thing that can help push your account farther as well. But yeah, I think that's all for today. If you guys stayed this long, thank you, and I'll see everybody in the next video.